left leg a little bit like this. There you go. Keep that left leg stacked over there more. And just try to get that sweep to go forward. There you go. Much better. Good. Nah, ball's a little forward. I get the ball more here, right? Going, yep. And then what I want to see is a little bit more of the club face to here. Not so much, just right about to there, yep. There you go. Try it again. Didn't hit it thick, that's good. Okay. Now, did you get those clubs custom fit for you?
Uh,
Or did you just buy them?
yes.
Technically?
Fitting, yeah.
For the size? Okay. I'm just curious because you choke up a lot on the club, which is fine. A lot of players do.
They're 1 inch
Longer?
extended,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, the only reason I ask is because there's like 3 inches in your grip, right? So I would say
You want me to play it low?
right about to here is fine. Like you were like here almost, right?
Okay.
So right about there, and then we're gonna get your legs a little bit more athletically involved right now, because most people when you learn golf, they say, okay, you want to make sure you keep your head down and bend your knees,
Yeah.
right? I want you to feel a little taller in your legs. Yeah, I feel like you're bowing a little bit more, right? So I'd say taller here a little bit more. Yeah, but hands stay low. So there you go. Boom. Good. That looks a little bit more athletic there. Good. Better. There you go. Sorry. Good. Yeah, so kind of feel taller in your legs. There you go. Good. Oh yeah. So what did you learn? Where was the coach from again?
Calvary Chapel.
What did you learn from him? What did he tell you?
Um, Mostly, I mean, we only did like 1 lesson,
Okay.
and he taught me to. He told me to put my foot a little out more,
Mm-hmm.
and then like good trap lean,
Mm-hmm.
and then just focus on taking it back, like follow the line.
Okay.
So that's pretty much all we got.
Okay. No, I'm just. I want to make sure. I just want to know what you're because what I'm going to tell you is probably going to vary it from what someone else tells you. So
I
I'm just.
basically have no teaching other than that.
Okay.
We didn't even make it to the driver or anything.
All right. Well, I guarantee you we'll get maybe not today, but we will get to the driver. Yep. Scoop back a tiny bit. There you go. Good. Now, I'm going to show you something. Go ahead and make another swing for me. Let me bring up my. Actually, I'm going to have to create a login for you. Actually, how to do that? Never mind. Got it. Okay. Okay. When you're ready, go ahead and make a swing. Better contact. Okay. So step one is get contact like that. But what I'm going to show you is kind of why you have a what's called a low point problem, meaning why it bottoms out here and bottoms out there so inconsistently. A lot of it's really due to how your hips are moving in real time. Upload video, analyze video. There we go. Let's go over here for a second. It's easier to see, I think. Yep. All right. So let's take a look. All right, so if we take a look, if we watch your hips, see how that right leg's hyperextended,
Yeah.
right? We want to make sure that we're twisting without getting that right leg so hyperextended, that trailing leg, right?
Okay.
You're getting better over there, right? But we need to feel like it's more of a natural turn,
Okay.
kind of like instead of here, right? We want to feel like it's more here, right? Even though we have 60% of our weight still stacked, we don't want to push it this way too much, okay?
Okay.
So learning just how to turn boom versus that is going to be a huge difference on why you're not, because a lot of times what's happening is when we're turning like that, the pelvis aren't twisting within the stance, the pelvis is swaying,
Yeah.
which causes the spine to go with it too. And that's going to create all sorts of lateral motion, which makes being consistent, like you said earlier, is your hardest thing.
Yeah.
So when you're at home, do you have a mirror at home? Most people
Yep.
do,
Yeah.
right? So if you're like looking at the mirror, you're just sitting there keeping your nose in one spot and just turning, letting the pelvis twist within the feet, right? Even just getting used to this more versus that pushing of the leg back, right? Good. So I'm going to kind of show you right here. So go ahead and come over here for me. I'll take this for a second. Okay, go ahead and cross your arms and shoulders just like this. Show me a little forward bend. Keep your eyes on my glorious dirty white shoes. Okay, and keep the elbows tucked in. And we're just going to twist up. Relax. There you go. So we want to feel it kind of load into here. We don't want this to hyperextend, right? But we also don't want the weight to shift all the way over there either,
Yeah.
especially with an iron. We still have to stack on top of that ball. Yep, one more time. Now, what I want you to feel, keep your nose pointing at the ground, but I want you to feel like your shoulders go more up and down, okay? Meaning here and here. Feel that difference? Keep this stacked. There you go. Boom. One more time. Smooth. Yes, there you go. That trailing side's clearing open,
Okay.
right? Instead of a flatter turn like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
See what I'm saying? So if we get the shoulders twisting more up and down, it's easier to rotate. Keep that foot planted. There you go. So it's boom. So we're corkscrewing the body in a sense, right? So if you watch kind of how I do it, if I'm standing straight up, literally the motion is this. That's it, right? It seems all funky because we're at a 45-degree angle, okay? So practicing at home, just turn like this. That's all we're really doing. And we just kind of do an oblique crunch into it, right?
Yeah.
That's much better, right? Very different feeling,
Yeah, for sure.
okay? All right. So yeah, you'll know what to do. It's gonna be hard to do it in real time right now, but that's one of the reasons you're having so much variation in that lower body, or striking, I should say. Smooth. Better, smoother. Think 1/1002. Smooth. Good. So go top your swing and pause for me. I want you to feel more. Boom, boom, boom. Relax the arms. There you go. Now fire the hips. There you go.
Bad bounce.
Welcome to golf. I've made a lot of lessons by telling people to hold their balance because that's the hardest thing. If you watch up and down the driving range, 90% of amateur golfers cannot stick their finish.
Yeah.
Why? I don't know. They don't like to. I mean, I've told people for
Not
years.
athletic.
Well, they're athletic. They just well, the question is, well, why do I have to hold it when the ball's already gone? Because you need better balance. Because on your bad days, balance saves you.
Yeah.
Okay. So try it again. It's smooth. Good. You got a pretty good swing overall. So one thing I'm going to tell you, you don't have a messed up path, which is fantastic. There's a little bit of inside at the top, meaning your arms a little shallow back here. We'll get more into that. The biggest fundamental thing I'm seeing when it comes to the lower body is there's just that pushing of the trailing leg.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So you got some good things going on. And next thing you just got to figure out what grip you want to use, right?
Yeah.
If you like interlock, you like overlay, overlay. Right now, I don't see too big of an issue with what you're doing. Smooth. 1/1002. 1/1002. Good. When in doubt, smooth it out. Okay.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah, if you don't own your tempo, it's a lot of people's problems.
Too fast.
And you know, and even on a professional level, a good amateur level, it all depends on the situation. When you know you're playing well, you know, or when you're playing, that's the thing about golf. When you're as hot or as cold, can you still stay in the medium
Yeah.
and just cruise through it? You know. Let's hit a ball. See what happens.
Well, I feel like some days I'll be so good on the range that get on the tee and I'm like get nervous.
100%. Better tempo. See, right now, I rather see that type of strike where, okay, we still got a little lower body issue going on, but you're striking it clean. Yeah, a little to the right, that's okay. Number one thing is when I look at a client or a student or a friend or whatever, I want to make sure we can get you striking the ball clean. After we can start hitting the ball clean, it's like, okay, here's why it's going in that direction, right? Which is typically 9 times out of 10, either where you strike it or face angle. Good. Just smooth. 1,000, 1,000. A little thin. So I think if we kind of shape your, I'm going to give you, before we get into that, I want to give you one lower leg drill to practice at home.
Okay.
And it's going to be mainly with the your right leg. My right leg's jacked up because it's been a bad month for me. Anyways, we're going to move on, right? So this is something you can do if you go to the gym and you cable machine, or you want to do it at home, is what I'll do is I'll set up into that same thing we're doing. I'll stick my lead leg back, and just practice turning, stacking my lead leg and sitting into my hip, right? Without pushing that way. And the reason you want to flamenco it to that tippy point that we're doing, because if your balance is off, you're going to figure out real quickly. So right into here again, keep these guys down and just twist to the top, right? You can see how that right,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So learning how to stabilize these independently and keep that ball with a foot in the ground, right? Go smooth and slow. You don't have to jerk it fast, like that, right? Just a smooth transition. Learn to stabilize it, right? Even if you can get 3 of these going,
Yeah.
you learn that feeling, and that starts incorporating your swing. Your balance is going to be better, right? Try to keep your nose pointing at the golf ball while you do it. Boom. The biggest thing, what happens with balance, is your eyesight starts moving. Yep. So now, really, when you do it, drive this ball, the foot into the ground, create ground force. There you go. You can sit in that hip all you want, right?
Yeah.
Looks easy. I mean, I've done this for a long time. I can do it very well, but it's not as easy for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that's one thing. When you learn that feeling, you're going to learn how to train that leg better in your backswing. Good. And you can do the same thing on the other leg, but that's not really the issue for you, right? Learning how to train your legs, and I'm telling you, it's the most important thing in golf. Like your upper body strength, as fun as it is to have, it's really only good for a couple of things. Upper body strength makes your lever stronger, so when you're driving through thick rough, it's easier.
Yeah.
Just supporting the club. But if your base is out of control, good luck. It's hard to find consistent striking when we're swing and all that stuff. What's up, dude? Good. Just smooth. Now just kind of feel that, still keeping the leg stacked on the left side, but feel more of that right leg at the top. Smooth the top and pause. Smooth. So look at that right foot. Put that right foot in the ground. Good. And I want you to feel a little bit more. There you go.
Yeah.
And so I want you to feel the left shoulder down. There you go, right about to there. Feels like you're way like baseball now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like you're way up here. Because in reality, if I'm kind of mirroring you, you're here.
Yeah.
So I'm putting you out there. Okay.
Yeah.
And that will in itself create more carry because it's a wider arc. Feel like the swing goes more up and down. Better. Good. There you go. How old are you?
23.
You're a child. Are you in college?
Yeah.
Where at? Calvary?
OCC.
OCC. What are you studying?
Business.
There you go. Never go wrong there. So what I want you to focus, go to the top of your swing and pause. Make sure you're building pressure under your feet. It's called ground force. Smooth. Pause. Feet in the floor. Heel in the floors. There you go. Pause. Yep. Much better. See what I'm saying? So the same thing as you're turning, just keep the feet in the floor. I don't care. Excuse me. Woo, that sounded bad. I don't care if the left foot comes up under one circumstance. If you're not swaying back like that, I don't care if the heel comes up. You're young, you have mobility. I'd rather kind of teach you the better way to do it for an iron. But again, if your lead heel comes up, as long as you're still over it and not behind it, you can get away with it. Phil Mickelson, the tour guys, all of them kind of have that left one. You don't really need it with a 7-iron though. They're those mainly doing on like drivers. Yeah. Good. Smooth to the top. There you go. There you go. All right. Whack a ball. Almost straight, just behind it. Good. Okay. So when you bring a ball out here, we're gonna leave that here. Just focus on, okay, let me show you. Hopefully it isn't flat on my head. I got a massage earlier, so I'm all like lubed up.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so one of my buddies owns a chiropractic company, so we trade services. Nice. Yeah. Stand right over here so you can see a little better, okay? So I'm gonna go shoulder turn, hip turn, okay? Now what I'm focusing on is making sure it's this way more, ahead of it like we worked on earlier. But see how like what I focus on right here is feeling the bottom of the club kind of kick or resist the mat a little bit. That will allow to have a better strike to it. Okay, so when I kind of work on my swing per se, I kind of part it out. So I'll be like shoulder twist to the top, pause, lower body, pause. Okay, and that just allows me to part it out and kind of feel better because I want to make sure when I get to the top, I'm balanced. I'm not swaying one way or the other too much. And then when I start my downswing, I want to feel like it's derived from my lower body going into that lead leg and unwinding my upper body through it. You play baseball?
When I was really young.
Cool. Baseball's the same damn way, right? We're up here, we're stepping, we're turning, and releasing. It's the same concept. It's just one's bent over, one's standing upright.
Yeah.
Good. Smooth up. Kind of freeze at the top for a second. Smooth up and freeze. Make sure your balance is good. Your feet now fire from the floor. You see what I'm saying? Use that ground and not your upper body for the downswing. So in layman's term, upper body backswing, lower body downswing, right? Got yourself a little cutie there, cutie? Always. Oh. Good. Shoulder turn. Twist the torso to the top. Unwind the hips. Good. Balance is key. All right.
You've been sick too. I think everyone's been
Dude, so normally I don't get I've haven't gotten sick in a while. Last Friday, I was teaching a buddy in the evening. I hung out with a friend before. Then, boom! Friday night just sweated through my comforter. My dog got sick. I'm like, did I get my dog sick? Is that I'm all grokking it? Can you get your dog sick?
Maybe the dog got you sick.
They said it's improbable, but it's possible. I'm like, oh, it happened.
Yeah.
He's never gotten sick. Good, smooth swing. Almost. Good. I'm gonna keep your head right here a little bit. Just make a normal swing. Don't worry about me. Better sound. So you can see me putting my hand right there made your spine stay more in one spot.
Yeah.
We got that clean strike sound we're looking for. Let's try it again. Balance, right?
Yep.
Okay. Let's try her again. See if you can do without it. Find that good balance. Okay. So now I want you to do with your club. Go ahead and set up. Kick your lead leg straight back to a flamingo like that. Yep, tippy tippy toe. There you go. Now go to the top of your swing and pause slow. Don't fall over doing it. Just twist your torso to the top, sit into that heel there. Yeah, right? That leg, when you get that leg dialed in, you're gonna fix a lot of what's going on in your swing. Stability in the legs is everything. Good. And if you're falling over, go even slower. I don't care if it takes 3 seconds to get up there. The only reason I know this is because I used to do this. That's why. Good. Smooth. Yep. Just control it. There you go. Good. You don't have to swing through. You'll definitely pair something to it in that, right? So now just try to incorporate that feeling. Obviously, I don't want you to sway 100% to your right leg. It's not, but I just not let the feet pronate and supinate so much. Okay. Yeah. Better. Yeah. So it's not. I don't think that it's not a. Your distance thing isn't a 100% like your swing plane or chicken winging stuff like that, which some people have. Yours is mainly the lower body's moving so much, we're not returning the club back to the same spot. It's good. I don't make these things up. Smooth. Better. Very close. Still a hair behind the ball, right? Oh, you have honestly, you have about 15 to 20 yards more in my book. If I'm guessing right, yeah, I would know so. Because you hit that thing probably, if we were at the Fairway Factory on the track, man, I'm guessing that was probably 0.8 B, meaning your lowest point was behind the golf ball. Think about it when you watch the tour guys and they're hitting an iron, right? There's that dollar divot. They pick the ball clean, this flopping little divot comes out. A low point number should be with a 7 iron, 3.5 inches to 4.5 inches ahead of the ball. That means your lowest point of the swing should be back here. And you're hitting the ground back here, which means we got to switch that up. Okay. Just off the heel. Now I'd say is slow down your backswing, which is very hard for people at first. Like, I want you to feel like it's 1/1000. Right now, I'd say it's 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Takeaway to transition is everything. Typically, if your takeaway's rushed, your transition's fast, right? So smooth to smoother, right? You can have all this on video, by the way. So when you go, right when you go, I'm going to YouTube it. You'll have a video for it. Yeah. You get lost, let me know too. Smooth, like smooth swing. There it is. How much nothing was that? That's a shit ball, by the way. So, fun fact: when you're at a driving range, take the shitty old ones that look like they're 90. Use them for chipping, for drills. When you're working on, when you're trying to get distance, don't pick up a shitty old ball and be like, well, why didn't go well? Well, it's been hit 1,000 times and sitting in mud for 2 years, right? But your goal is how smooth can I hit it, and if not increase distance? Because in the world of golf, fast is slow and slow is fast. The smoother you can do it, the easier it is to generate correct club head speed. And once you understand that algorithm, you'll know when to apply things at the right time to create more ball speed. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, cool. Almost. Good. Better. That's the low point we're looking for, slightly off the heel, it sounded like. Okay. Okay. So you're getting the balance down. I'm kind of accelerating through a little bit because you're getting it, but I want to kind of work on your backswing hair to get it more upright.
Okay.
Because it's a little inside on the backswing, which will definitely create issues down the road. So, first thing we're going to kind of work on is the takeaway.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if I had no arms, I'm sitting here. All the takeaway is a shoulder turn till the sternum's kind of pointing at your back toe,
Yeah.
right? No hips move or anything, right? So it's kind of that motion, right? Hips stay still, right? So I'd say ready. So watch, I'll show you. Show me there. Go in your forward bend. Yep. Keep your eye on the golf ball. I know I'm beautiful. Right to there. So see your watch as you do it. Don't let your knees move. So
Okay.
yep. Yep. And we're just going to here. That's as much as the shoulders do in the takeaway. Boom. Now from here, everything kind of goes. Okay. Head goes down to the golf ball still. There you go. Right. Boom. 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 Okay. So with the club in your hand, all we're doing is really taking it to here.
Uh-huh.
Okay. From there, everything just goes up. Relax the arms. There you go.
Okay. I always like keep this locked. Basically.
You could so that's a great. You don't have to keep it locked. It doesn't have to be 100% straight. Both ways work. I don't recommend locking it.
Yeah.
Supporting it athletically, but hypertensioning to the point where you're going to give yourself tennis elbow, I don't recommend.
Okay.
Okay. More here. Good. Watch the legs moving too quickly. Again, no lower body in the takeaway. Now everything moves as one unit. Relax the arms a little bit. There you go. More here. Better, because normally you're back here.
Okay.
So I want to feel like it's out here more. Good. Better. So I want you to feel like the takeaway just kind of goes right to here. And we'll pause for a second here. There's two ways to look at it. You can get it perfectly down the target line. I recommend slightly just outside. And then from here, we just want the club to go straight up. Relax, don't squeeze it. There you go. You want to hold that club like it's a baby. You want to support it, but make sure it's breathing, right? Okay. Don't strangle the club, at least for now. Good. Balance is already getting better. So I want you to feel like your backswing is just more upright. Better. All right, put a ball up there. Good. Just feel more up and down in the backswing. Very close. A little behind it. Should scoot back a tiny bit. Away from it, I mean. There you go. That's a lot of it. There you go. Good. Just feel like you're picking the club up high. Almost.
Still hitting the floor.
A little bit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't want to overcomplicate you. That's about as far as we're going to go when it comes to mechanics. I'm going to give you one more thing.
Okay.
On the downswing, you can be here, whatever. We need to make sure you're getting your weight to your left leg and then turning, right? So you're still kind of behind it and you're shifting backwards. We want all of our weight to go this way, towards the target. Our mass is what moves the ball. So smooth the top, throw your weight through the ball. Almost. So, put the ball back out here. Do your practice swings, but make sure you're sweeping over here, okay? So smooth the top and pause. Freeze. Now fire it forward, right? That way now. Yes, right? I'd rather you fall that. If you're going to fall that way.
Okay.
Okay? Good. Closer. Good. Good. Okay.
I like coming up too much.
Well, let's take a look. Go ahead and set up for me. I want you to go to the smooth the top of your swing, and I want you to not go fast and go down to the ball and pause at impact. We're not going to actually hit it. I want you to show me where you think your body should be when it's at the moment of impact. Okay. Some more weight on this guy. There you go. More there. Hmm. Yep. So when you do that, I recommend kind of feeling as you turn, the trailing heel comes up a little bit, so everything's more on that left side, right? So hold on. So see how your weight's back here now? The weight needs to go here. Nope. There. You don't have to tweak that knee so much, right? So watch kind of here what I'm doing. You're kind of doing this. Let's put a lot of pressure over here. Everything's going this way, and then just opens. Better. So see that right foot staking in the ground? You should have more pressure on the left leg. Set it for me. Do that same motion again. Better. But now, okay, if your hips are moving and your hands are staying the same, right? So there. So keep the club head there. Use your hips to press the hands forward and twist the hips open as you do that. There you go. Now let your right heel come up a hair. There you go. Where's all that pressure at now? Nice, more there. Okay. And an easy way to kind of work with that, what do I do with it? Take a drink, have a breather, right? Is the old school. There's a couple of ways. You kind of want to feel the upper body smothering and going ahead of the ball, or you can see the old 1998 Tiger Woods leg fling drill. What up, dude? Nice hat.
Hey, how did you do?
So here, lower body, boom. This is a great way to work on the lower body pelvis is shoulder turn, hips, catching it over here. Because there's no way you can really hit behind the ball if you're throwing your leg or hips through the ball. Okay? And that'll allow you to get that low point better.
I just haven't golfed this week. I've been playing on the simulator.
Yeah.
Like I was hitting the ball great. My lines, my target was great.
You said you were going to have a party. You never did.
I'm not ready yet.
Step all the way
I'm almost
through.
ready.
Yep, just kind of step through it. Like throw your right leg through the ball. So shoulder turn to the top, fire leg through it. There you go. There's no way you'll hit behind it doing that, you know?
Little coach,
Chilling, how are you, brother?
feeling like a villain.
Just trying to get this club dialed in.
His or yours?
The actual gimme club.
Oh, okay.
You want to invest? I got 3 handshakes right now. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
My goal is to get 1 giant investor I know of and get 3 TrackMans. Even 1 would be nice, but 3 would be amazing. Better.
You're talking about like that one we were talking about the other day, like the
The clubhouse?
Guns N'
Mhm.
Roses one or
The
whatever.
guns and hot rods and
Oh,
handguns.
there
You guys want to rock?
Yeah.
Good. Just throw your weight through the ball. Try to hit it thin almost, if anything. There you go. That's the sound we want, right? So it's like I said, you have the makings for distance. It's just you got to figure out your balance right now. So we did the back leg thing to kind of stabilize you from swaying the pelvis. Now it's like, how do I get you to transfer the weight through like that?
Slinger the demon.
Yeah. So right now I got 2 handshakes on investors,
Yeah.
2.75.
Oh wow.
To be honest. And I'm meeting with a couple. I'm looking for 4 to 5 total, but I'm also looking to see if we could. If I can get that, I might go to. I know a real big fish in the world. He's like one of the top 1%, and if I can show my people behind me, and show them a good business model, I think we can be even better. The thing is, the location we're looking at is going to have to change because that landlord guy is not really cool, from what I've been hearing.
Where are you looking at?
P51's old building.
Right here on both.
Yeah, but you know, I heard that guy is crazy. Better. Right? So I want you to almost hit it thin, meaning barely, like if anything, hit more ball than ground.
Okay.
I got a plane to catch.
Where you going?
Scottsdale.
What's in Fiend Dog?
Um,
In Scotty. Arizona.
dental conference.
Oh, you're not going to play golf?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, you better. There you go, better.
That was good.
I'd rather see that than chunking it for a while. Like, if you came back next week like I'm thinning it, I'll be like, well, that's not great, but it's better than chunking it for right now.
I'm playing the Phoenician.
You're not going to play the waste management place?
Yeah, the stadium, and play that on Saturday.
Oh my God! Take pictures. Take a hat with you. Take pictures.
Yeah, I'm gonna wear my.
Please do.
Yeah.
Any of that publicity will help.
Like they
Yes.
They want like fucking $600.
Yes, they.
still
Well,
for the
of course, it's still in prime condition.
fucking that course sucks.
You got to
still,
pay
bro.
for the
Like,
paint job, dude.
yeah,
Because that course is
sucks,
all
bro.
painted right now. There's
Yeah,
no way you
yeah.
go out there. It's 110 degrees and it's all green.
It's not.
It's all chemical. Trust me, you play one hole, your ball's green.
Yes.
That's why tour players switch them out every.
Yeah. Yeah. No, absolutely. I play that course every time I go out. It's on the property where I'm staying.
Oh yeah, dude, you're living the dream.
I'm staying at it's called the Princess.
Yes.
Yeah, I think
You see what I'm
it's
saying? Like, you have the makings of distance. It's just let's not chub the ball right now.
hole,
So-
hole 12, I think is
Oh, the
hotel's on.
I just saw a video with Grant What's His Nuts on there.
Grant, what about?
Yeah. Now we're like the last like 7-ish minutes. What I want you to do, still focus on hitting the ball, but focus more out and find a target. Like see that little dark puddle out there by itself with all the balls in it? Just focus on club face pointing there and hitting the ball there. More of what you want to happen, less about what you're doing, right? Focus on where you want it to go. Oh yeah, for sure. What time's your flame flight? Beautiful. So a lot of times is when you start focusing on a target, you're gonna free yourself up mentally. Like in every other sport, you're reacting to someone else's action. In golf, you're reacting to your thoughts. So even though we gotta learn mechanics and teach this stuff and get uncomfortable, when you're actually playing the game, there's not much you can really do if you haven't trained it. So aim, point, and shoot.
Yeah. Don't overthink it.
Yeah. Thinky, thinky, make you stinky. That's right.
All right, brother.
All right, bud. Travel safely, brother. Yes, you will.
Nice to see you, man. You too, bro. You too.
Better. Like I said, it's good to know mechanics, but at the end of the day, athleticism will save you.
Yeah.
You know. Beautiful. So it's weird. It's all of a sudden starting to flow better, right? Again, I don't expect while I'm teaching you positioning to have 100 good shots. Not going to happen. But if you can create the feel and then you can find a way to train that feel before you hit the ball and trust your training, that's when you're really going to strike the ball cleanly. A little thick, but they're straighter.